guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Janae, and in today's video we're going to talk about this.
A really traumatic situation where this guy, where he was just like so fucking horrible to me, and he just treated me like a stupid black bitch. And it was like so painful for me, and everybody was like, well, you're the fucking dumbass because you stayed, and you're just a stupid black bitch because you let him treat you like one. And like, I know that the situation was my fault because I should have just left, but like, it really fucking hurt because like, I had sex with him and he basically just like used me for sex. He was like white guy in a frat. And so basically I ended up seeing him at Target when I was there with my old best friend like at the time, and he wouldn't look me in the eyes, he wouldn't say anything. It was like he was ashamed of me and just like embarrassed, which is like how most people get about me, and it was like so fucking painful. And so I stood up for myself and said what I needed to say to him, and he ran away from me when I was speaking to him. And my friend was like, that's humiliating, like she was like, you just embarrass yourself, and like that's pathetic for you as a black woman to do something that stupid. Like, it hurt so fucking bad because I wasn't even worth being looked in the eye. Like, it hurt so fucking bad. And looking back, and that was the guy who, like, when I asked him to stop during sex, he held me down. Like, that happened a few months after the Target situation. And I was like telling my friends, I was like, I'm just fed up being treated like this. It's like every person that I would run into would do this shit to me, like take advantage of me. And they were like, then just don't be a stupid black bitch with a fat ass. And it was like so painful for me. Cause I feel like if I tell anybody, they'll just tell me to stop being a stupid slut. And it's like, this is like the last place, because like I can't talk to my friends about it, like I can't talk to my parents about this, and like my therapist doesn't understand. Like, I'm in so much pain right now. Like, it was already difficult enough as it is. Like, I wish growing up I didn't hate myself.
So y'all just watched that video of that young lady having a mental breakdown on the internet. First of all, I want to just say, be gentle in the comment section because y'all are ruthless. The internet's fucking nuts and y'all are ruthless, okay? She may have come across this video and she might read the comments. But like I always say, when you put something out on the internet, people are going to judge, they're going to critique it, they're going to be critical. That's just what it is. That's just the nature of the beast. But she felt like she needs to come on the internet and tell her story because she can't talk to her friends, her family, and her therapist. It's not like you need to get a new therapist if you can't talk to your therapist, or if you feel like your therapist does not understand. So clearly this is a woman who occupied mainly white spaces. I can just tell from the tone of the video. And this is the problem. This is an example of when people go where they are tolerated and not celebrated. And what this young lady should do, and this is just my opinion that no one asked for, you need to go and occupy black spaces. I'm assuming you're in college, so this is the most diverse time of your life where you are going, when I say diverse, you're going to be around a good mix of people. So you probably need to join organizations that are created for us or created by us for us. And you need to go and occupy those spaces because you need to you need to work on yourself. Before it seemed like this lady, before you go off and date or whatever, you really need to work on yourself and get a better friend group. I'm assuming majority of her friends are white, and the language that she was just using, if y'all hear referring herself to as a black bee, a stupid black bee, like that's hard to hear. That's so harsh. And just the way she talks to herself and just the way that her friends talk to her from what she's telling us, it sounds crazy. You can just tell she's really insecure. I have heard stories of, and I'm just gonna assume like maybe the high school she went to, maybe all of her life she's just been in, you know, white spaces, right? And I've heard stories of people who have gone to private school and been like one of the only few black, if not the only black student there. And the horror stories of being teased about your body, about your hair, about your appearance, because you look different. And so the way that people try, like, and our sisters and brothers who do go to those schools, who are, you know, in those spaces, try to fit in those spaces or change who they are, change how they look to essentially, you know, fit into the aesthetics, but you will never fit in. You will never look like them. You just won't. And I'm not saying not to do interracial dating or whatever. But I think for the most part, you don't need to date from this video that you posted on the internet, because it's very alarming. I don't know if you're trying to seek attention. I don't know if you're trying to seek help. I don't know if you just wanted to just get your feelings out there. I don't know if you wanted that video to reach the white guy who disrespected you. I don't know. I just know that it seems like you have some work that you need to do. Now, I'm not saying like you have to go blickety black everything, because once you graduate college, get into your career, you will find yourself, depending on what career choice you chose, that you are going to be the minority. So you have to be able to understand white spaces, have to be able to move in your career. But it's just a matter of, maybe it's not so healthy for you to try to be in these spaces with these white people, because it doesn't seem like it is doing you any good mentally. I'm not saying cut off your entire friend group, because I don't know. But what I'm just hearing, like them calling you a stupid black woman with a fat, they're not your friend. They're not your friend. And that video the video is very cringy. It's very hard to watch. It's very, you know, but this is literally a woman who seems like she is crying out for help. And she's on the state of a mental breakdown, and we don't know like how far she will take it or how far it will go. So that's why I say be gentle in the comment section. There's a conversation to be held, right? When it comes to putting, and this is kind of like going a little bit past of like the video that she said, but putting our black children in private schools where they are the only black student or one of a very few black students, like there's a conversation to be had. Like, is it really worth like their mental sanity? Because they're going to experience racism. We all experience racism for the most part, but to experience it at a very young age, it might be detrimental in comparison to them getting what you may deem as a better education. I don't know. Me personally, public school kid, might have dealt with a little bit of racism or passive racism, and when I got into the real world and started working and I was the minority in my career, oh, the racism, it took me for a loop mentally. I was not used to hearing white people say the N-word so freely. I was not used to certain conversations being held by white people, or just seeing, girl, how do I want to say this? Seeing favoritism towards a white guy over me in my field. So it was very like, so it just depends. It depends. And so like when I had these conversations with my father-in-law, who he went to private school majority of his life, if not all of his life when he was in school, and you know, so he was used to the racism. He was accustomed to like how white people move and how they think, like those who are racist, right? So when I was having these conversations when I first started in my career, I was just very like, I knew racism exists, I knew it was there, but it was just on another level. And I just like, and these are people who are my peers, and I'm experiencing this from when we have a high level of education, you know, and I'm experiencing this racism. And so for him, he kind of just looked at me like I was crazy. And it was because when he told his story all of his life, that's what he had seen, right? So I think it has a different it does have a different psychological effect on most people. Some people, you know, they try really hard to occupy those spaces and think, you know, whatever black culture is negative, black culture is bad. But I think for this young lady's sake, and I'm just assuming she just grew up in white spaces majority of her life, and she wants to fit into these white spaces. But baby girl, it don't seem like it's working for you, especially if you feel like you have no one to talk to. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How do y'all feel about people on the internet crying? I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand it. I don't understand why you would want to put your business out there like that, in that type of emotional state. That's why I'm like wondering if this is a cry for attention to get the boys' attention, or just a cry for attention from the internet to feel loved or to feel something. I don't know. What happened to the times when people would diary or journal how they felt? Because I still do that. I have a lot of diaries. You can't tell people how to handle situations when they're very emotional. You can't tell someone whatever makes her feel best is what, you know, as long as she's not hurting or harming anyone. But it's a mind state that I don't understand. Because why would you want to do that? Because people are going to talk bad about you. Because the internet is crazy. The internet is very judgmental. To work on her self-esteem, because her self-esteem is very low. And I can tell that from the words that she used in that video. How she referred to herself. How her friends referred to her as a stupid black woman with a fat booty. Girl. Who needs enemies when you have friends like that? Okay, because I'm going to tell you that from what she said, they don't sound like her friends. It sounds like she needs to occupy black spaces. Not to say that she's not going to be mistreated by a black guy or in black spaces. But I think culturally, she needs to go somewhere else. Because that ain't working. So anyways, you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. My name is Virginie. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. And hit that notification bell if you are already subscribed to get updates on when I post or when I go live. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.